Hi guys, welcome to the new episode. Today I want to talk about PCOS, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, which is so common, in this time and age. I see at least 7 out of 10 women dealing with it. I've dealt with PCOS since a very young age, and I remember the first time it ever got diagnosed. So my gynecologist gave me like tons of medications, like tons of tablets, and honestly I could keep up to that entire uh, routine of taking those many tablets for a few months. And after that I thought that okay, I have to like organically keep this in check. I cannot like rely so much on popping these many pills. So then I went into eating the right kind of food, and of course I've been working out regularly since I was 18. So I've done all kinds of workouts, starting from obviously cardiovascular to there was a phase I used to only do CrossFit. Then there was a phase I used to do only Ashtang yoga. I've done Pilates. I've done, of course, resistance training. That has been a big part of, and honestly that's also the workout that I love the most, just because of the body recomposition, right? I mean, you can literally see, like, you can change your entire body shape to a great extent through weight training. And there was a time I was very big on these group activities like spinning and Zumba, which was heavy on cardio and a lot of calorie burn, but it's something that I did not really enjoy that much. Like, I really have enjoyed two workouts the most in my life. One is Ashtang Yoga, where wow, I did it for about a year, I think, and I was never more svelte. Like, I was literally my best toned self, and my skin was like glowing. And this was just before COVID 2020. So then there came a gap. So I lost touch with the Ashtang Yoga. But wow, it was one hell of a, it was one hell of a thing that I really enjoyed doing. And the other thing that I really enjoyed doing and continue to enjoy doing is weight training. Absolutely love lifting weights. Although right now I'm not able to lift as much as I could because of my PCOS again being aggravated. As you must have noticed, in the last 1 year I happened to put on a lot of weight. So I'll tell you what happened. I went up to, I think, 72 kgs, and I'm about 5'5". I went up to 72 kgs, where my ideal weight is not more than 56 kgs. But last year I think I was 50, no, I was 60, 61 kgs, which was still bearable. But then from there, when I had this really terrible phase of, like, anxiety, which I really struggled with for a damn long time, and I had clinical anxiety, so it is a medical condition, and I couldn't control it. It spiraled out of hand, and for a very long time frame. I happened to gain so much weight. I went up to 72 kgs, and like, I couldn't recognize myself at all. So then, and at that point in time, I was also doing a job, so that made it more difficult because I had to eat. I was doing a job which was in real estate, so I used to be on different sites, different projects. So there was not like one set meal that I could eat every time. I had to eat whatever was in proximity. And during that phase, I literally put on a whole lot of weight. And when I measured myself, I was 72 kgs. I'm talking about, I think, end of Feb or March, first week. And I was like, wow, will this ever be reversible? Because 56 to 72, that's huge. That's a lot of fat. That's a lot of fat gain. And then I started like gradually working out. Initially, when I started working out, it was so difficult. I would be sore for days. After running, I would have a pain in the spine for like 3 days because my posture was bad. That's what happens also, right? Especially when you gain weight around your core, around your abdomen, you basically just ruin your posture. So I was hunching, and that was giving me a lot of backache when I was running. तो खैर हो ही नहीं पा रही थी. I was barely walking at like 5 का speed. but उसमें भी I was getting इतना ज़्यादा body pain and all that, you know. It's taken me like you can say from uh, which month did I get? You can say from May to now, May, June, April, third week, I think, April third week to now, it's been a very slow, you know, kind of rise for me, because also my PCOS got very bad with my weight gain. PCOS is completely related to how much you can keep your weight in check. If you cannot keep your weight in check, your PCOS is gonna just go haywire, which is what happened to me. So and then it's such a vicious cycle. The more it goes out of hand, the harder it is for you to lose weight. It's like a vicious cycle, you know. So now at the moment I am at 64 kgs. So 72 say leke 64 kgs, which is 6, 7, 8 kgs I've dropped. But abhi bhi Delhi bahut dur hai, like this say, you know, abhi bhi my goal is like not met with, and I'm keeping a realistic time frame because I want to do it the right way, the healthy way. And I'm thinking it's gonna be a few months before I'm at my best self, and if I do it the right way, you know. Right now my main challenge is to get my PCOS in check, because I think I might have to get back on medication for PCOS. For people who are watching me, is PCOS something you really struggle with? If you do, like, what are the things that you make dietary changes, or you make lifestyle changes? What are the kind of changes you make to make it better? Or do you strictly work under your with your doctor and just do as they say? And what is your biggest challenge? So my biggest challenge with PCOS also is the weight I gain around my face. Like even right now, my face is not the slimmest. This is not my natural face structure. This is not my natural face. My cheeks and all is not my natural face. And it becomes so difficult because the first thing we see about ourselves is like our face, right? So if you cannot recognize your own face, that's very difficult psychologically, you know. For me personally, at least, it's very difficult, because I notice that whenever I put on weight on my face, what happens is my features change, you know, like literally my eyes look smaller and my jawline becomes like ekdami, there's no face cut only, you know. Like right now also I don't think my face cut is back or anything. Can you see this extra I think this is the layer of fat around my face that I need to get rid of. All of this, like it looks swollen. That's the thing, right? Like a lot of people would say that you have a nice round face, but don't have a round face. This is not a round face. A round face is different. A round face doesn't look like a bloated face, like a fat face. Right now, and by fat I mean like swollen. Like right now I feel like my face, my cheeks still look very swollen, you know. And my eyes are looking still smaller than what they are actually in real life, because there's so much weight around here and everything, right? Until the time this doesn't become like ekdam aisa, my lips are gonna look smaller, my eyes are gonna look smaller, and that is so difficult to deal with, yeah. Not because I'm vain, but because we all have a self-image, na? The way we look at ourselves, and my self-image is completely different from what I'm seeing right now. So at a psychological level, there's a big disparity, there's a big disconnect, and I'm finding it really difficult, and I'm struggling with it, you know. But like connecting with you guys is really helping me, like, you know, track my progress, because we draw a lot of strength from, I think, feedback, and from, you know, social media can be a toxic place, but it's also a place where you can get a lot of support, a lot of strength, a lot of confirmation that okay, you're on the right track. And even those small things really help, yeah, at a time when you're trying to barely just about find a steady footing for yourself, right? So these videos, you know, I want to come back to them in a few months and really see the changes physically also that come about in me. And I genuinely advocate, and I genuinely believe in the fact that fitness, you know, I'm not saying those crash diets and all, not like that, but if you're going about it the right way and you're building on fitness, and then you get back to your best fit self, whatever that your whatever your idea of that is, then you it reflects also on the exterior, like, you know, it just reflects, like the way uh, like I feel like your body is a big reflection of your lifestyle and your habits and your, it's like your barometer, right? Like how healthy you are mentally also to a great extent. Like you can tell by looking at a person, like these athletes, you see how strong they are, like just how their muscle and everything is so, like, you know, they're so ripped, and you can just look at them and tell that, oh, this person is eating right, which means that we are what we eat, so which means that, okay, their brain is functioning better, this person is very disciplined, so this person has a good you know this person has like good sleep, this person has um, resilience, this person has grit, this person has discipline. So you can figure out a lot of character traits about also about a person also through looking at how fit they are, and if they are doing it the right way. And this, I mean, guys and girls both. So I want to like literally, and that's why I'm not rushing in, right? I'm not like doing some crash diet or whatever, because that'll, for one thing, it won't stay, it won't sustain, and it'll come back 10 times more, and it'll cause a lot of damage to my health. I'm doing it the right way. I'm trying to maintain calorie deficit, and that too not like major, just doable. I know, so like something that I can maintain for the rest of my life. And it's every day is like a bit of a trial and error. So I started with OMAD, 1 meal a day, and then I realized ki, okay, this is because in that 1 meal also I was eating very less. So then I realized that, okay, I can do 1 meal a day, but then I can't eat this less, because then I was feeling weak and like tired and exhausted and fatigued all the time. So then I tweaked it. Then in that I then bifurcated into 2 meals, like breakfast and lunch, and then also I started eating more. I started adding more things to my meal, and that's how I basically am trying to tweak and modify my entire regimen as I go, so that I hit like the sweet spot and I reach a place where I'm like, oh, okay, this works perfectly, and this is what I'm gonna stick to, because this is sustainable, this gives me great results, and I'm so eager to get fit the right way, which I think will take a few months, getting back to my prime fitness. And then I want to come back and track these videos, yeah, guys, and I want you all to also tell me then, you know, the difference that you see in me from now to then. So it's the whole interesting thing is that I'm documenting this entire thing, right? So that is very interesting for me. It's an experiment of sorts that I'm doing. I've never done, because one, I'm a very private person, two, like I've never had such a bad crash as I did last year. So yeah, like, you know, I mean, there are a couple of reasons why I thought that, okay, let's do it this way now, let's try this experiment this time. So yeah, I really hope that this entire documentation helps anyone who's basically going through a phase in their life. And I would encourage that if you have dealt with a lot of stress in the recent times, because of which you are seeing like a huge change in your weight, etc., get your PCOS test done, figure out if there's an underlying medical condition to it, because then while curing it organically through exercise and sleep and nutrition is the best thing, but you also have to take the aid of medicines when required, you know, you have to. So I'm very pro medication. I'm not somebody who hates medication, but I'm also somebody who likes doing जितना हो सकता है यार organically हो जाए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. अगर नहीं हो पा रहा है तो फिर you have to couple it with medication, and there's nothing wrong with it, and there's no two ways about it, and there's absolutely no stigma that should be attached to it. So yeah, if you're going through any kind of a massive you're seeing like एकदम से fatigue हो रहा है आपको, या weight gain हो गया है, या कुछ एकदम से extreme पे हुआ है, या बहुत टाइम से स्ट्रेस कंपाउंड हो रहा है, तो आप ये सारे टेस्ट कराइए अपने, यू नो, इफ यूर अ वुमन, गेट योर PCOS डन, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ women have PCOS, man, a lot of women. So yeah, like just get that in check, and I will see you in the next episode, guys. Thank you.